Well, good morning, viewers, and here we are at Noel's Garden Tractors and Firewood, and today is Sunday, September 21st, 2025, and it's the Sunday afternoon fireside chat, done somewhat in the morning. And I'll just show you what I'm going to have for breakfast here. And the pussycats, he's all comfy now. He's had his breakfast, so he's all set. So my breakfast is this here for this morning. I got my coffee sitting on my coffee cup warmer. We've got eggs and ham and bacon, or not bacon, eggs, ham and beans. Yeah, that's it, yeah. And so I'm going to have this breakfast, and then we'll get at the chat here in a little bit. Well, there we are, all done at breakfast. Oh, it was some tasty. And that's exactly what I had last night for supper, too. Yeah, very good. So here we are, we're going to head for the garage. And it's kind of cool out today. I think it was 7 degrees this morning, I think. So there we are. Winter is here, Dave. I'll get to the garage and start doing something else. So there's my pile of bits and pieces, and I've already used some. And as you can see up there, I've already used some wood. Yeah. So, yeah, Friday afternoon and Saturday, yesterday, I had a little fire on, nothing too big, but just a little, just to kind of take the chill off, so. And there's what I do. I got a paper bag and a bunch of that bits and pieces over there, and just throw them in on top of the paper bag. Open up the draft, and away we go here. I'll see if I can get this lit while I'm holding the camera. All right, in we go. There. Oh, I'll let that burn just for a little bit and add a few more bits and pieces, and I'll get back to you in a minute. So, as you can see here, it's an 8-foot ceiling, so I'm not that tall, so of course I can't reach up and get there and get it, so I use my pickaroon that I made, probably just 3 or 4 years ago, I guess now. And it has goop around in there to take the shock out of it. And it's never come loose. Great tool. As I've always said, if you're doing firewood, you need one of these. All right, just a quick little break here just to make the piece of wood a little bit smaller for the fire for today. Now, these are great machines. The thing about them is the pusher only comes to here, so sometimes it doesn't split the wood all the way. So, as many people do, they put an extra block in. I have different lengths of blocks, so I can add or just use the one. But not supposed to put them blocks in there. What can happen, and depending on how crooked or not crooked or whatever, when you're pushing, this could flip out and go flying. And that's why I always kind of try and stand back behind what's going on here, so I don't get hit. I have gotten the odd snap from something over the years. It's nothing really serious, but it could be. All right, we'll give this a little go here. I've got to change my switch someday. Alright, another one. Great machine. That's a great machine. There. Yeah, we haven't done any eye exercises lately. Might have to have a look at that maybe here later. There, now the fire's going nicely. No auxiliary used. Special auxiliary that some people use. And I've used it, and I will probably use it again. But you can get a fire going without it. There, that's all we need. That's our fire going for today. Little fan will start up here after a while. And that's what we need. So stove is working good, although I haven't used it a lot yet, but the automatic door down here for the thermostat working great. I put wood in here the other day, not a whole lot, and I closed her up, the door up, and set the draft up there at half, and away I went. And when I came back, that was at 3 o'clock, and when I came back there was still wood in it at 6 o'clock, so not a lot, but there was still wood there. That was good. Before, all the wood had been long gone and the coals be almost out, so having the stove tidied up and tightened up is going to save me wood, I'm thinking. We're going to have to keep an eye on that and see what happens this winter. All right, we'll close that up for now. We'll go have a look at the weather. So something I did do the other day is when I went to Canadian Tire, went in to get some gas stabilizer for the fuel and I think what I'm going to start doing, and I used to do it years ago, and then I thought that it was getting too expensive to do. But I think I'm going to start doing this again. What I used to do was, when I'd fill the gas cans, I'd put the stabilizer in. So you always had stabilizer in your system. And if you burned all the fuel, well, you burned all the fuel. But if you didn't, then you already had the stabilizer in the system and you didn't have to worry about putting it in. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to doing that again. Now I'll have to get the new forecast. Well, it's warmed up a bit. Up to 16 now, Celsius. 60 degrees Fahrenheit, and we have a west wind at 8 miles an hour, so it's not too windy out. Up to 18 today. Probably we'll get there. 21 on sunny tomorrow, so that's pretty good. Tomorrow is grocery day in the morning, and then I'm not sure what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. Now I'm on a different thing, I guess. I'm on a tractor site called Tractor Fanatics, and there's a lady on there that comes on and posts every now and again. So she messaged me and said that she was coming to PEI by a bus tour. So she's headed from Saskatchewan, left last week, I guess, and they're stopping wherever they stop, and the one place they're stopping is here in PEI, and then the last place they're stopping will be Newfoundland. So anyway, she's messaged and wondered if we could get together just for something to do, or if not, if we can or not. But so I'm supposed to be able to see her tomorrow or on Tuesday. She's going to give me a call. That'd be kind of neat to see the person. Yeah, she's not real active on the Tractor Fanatics site, but she messages about the weather and about the dinners and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so that's going to be kind of interesting to see this woman from Saskatchewan. My father got a visit years ago from a fellow in Saskatchewan. I don't know if I've said this before or not, but some of you know that my father drove a tank in the Second World War, Sherman tank. So he was the driver mechanic. So he got a visit from a fellow in Saskatchewan, and this fellow in Saskatchewan did the same thing as this lady is doing. He's on a bus tour he was headed this way. So when he got to Prince Edward Island, he looked up my father's name in the phone book and phoned him. And they had a chance to meet each other. And this fellow was the commander of the tank that Dad drove. So it was quite a thing for my father to see this guy. Holy cats, I don't think I've ever seen my father so happy to see somebody. Yeah, they had a great time together. Anyway, getting off topic here. Yes, tomorrow, 21, Tuesday is 20 and cloudy, so that's not too bad. Have to get back at the wood maybe, depending on when I get to see this lady that's from Saskatchewan. Wednesday is 17 and it's partly sunny. Thursday is sunny and 20. And then we have 19 and 20 and 60% chance of showers both days, Friday and Saturday. So Wednesday and Thursday definitely will be a woodworking day, I believe. And maybe either Monday or Tuesday. Just depends on when this lady calls me, or if she even does. She may not, but we'll see. So anyway, there's our weather update for now. So there we have a Massey Ferguson 7, and this tractor would normally, when it was new, would have a 7 horsepower Tecumseh engine in it. They were not the greatest engine apparently, and this one has got 8 horsepower Briggs & Stratton engine in it, and it works great. That's of course not the original engine. Anyway, I got thirsty there. I had to get Rick's Outdoor on YouTube Rosie cup that I got and have a drink of water. That was great, nice and cold. So yeah, so my son, he has an MF8, and it also has a Briggs engine in it, and it should have a Tecumseh 8 horsepower engine in it. Now there's a little difference in the size of the motors, I think, between the 7 and an 8 and the Tecumseh, but I'm not sure just exactly what that was. But anyway, so I have this one, and my son has the other one, which has the same engine as this, which is an 8 horsepower Briggs & Stratton. So I was going to go to a tractor show yesterday afternoon, but I didn't. And, well, it was kind of cool, and I was kind of late getting going, and I had to go and pick up 2 engines. So these engines are going to be kind of like parts, I think, for our 2 Briggs & Stratton 8 horsepower engines that we have in our little Massey Ferguson tractor. So there we go, look at that. Ooh, boy. It's just, like the woman says, valuable junk. Anyway, there's one there and there's one there. Now this one apparently runs, so the fellow said. Or it had run, but it hasn't run in a few years. This one he didn't know about. This one, I believe, if the cover is the right cover, is an 8 horsepower, I believe, by the serial number, from what I can gather. And this one is a 7. So this one may not be any good to us, really, unless parts are interchangeable somewhat. Anyway, the first thing that we need off of one of these engines is the pull cord, the mechanism to turn the engine over. I can get in here, yeah. My son's engine on his MF8 doesn't have a pull cord on it, and we've been relying on the battery to start it because it has a starter on it. Now, the other thing it doesn't have, it doesn't seem to have a charging system to charge the battery in the tractor. So every now and again the battery goes dead because of the starter. It doesn't draw a lot, but over time it will kill the battery. So, and the engine doesn't need battery power to operate, so it's not too bad that way. But anyway, we might be able to scavenge something off of one of these to put a pull cord on, and maybe find a charging system. That's the next thing to try and find. Anyway, I got to figure out where we're going to put these two engines at my son's place. Not here. Anyway, so I went to my buddy's place yesterday and picked them up, and he's right into garden tractors also. Not as much as he used to be, the same as myself, I guess. But he was kind of in a rush yesterday because he was getting ready to go to a wedding, so I didn't get to stay and chat for any amount of time. But normally when you go there, it's an hour to 2 hour long chat. So I'll have to go back again someday. So that's what went on yesterday. I would have liked to got to that farm show. It was kind of like a fellow demonstrating old equipment on the farm kind of thing. But anyway, one of my buddies wasn't going to it, and oh well, it's just the way it goes, I guess. So we'll move along on to something else here. All right, so I guess it's eye exercise time now. So you know what to do. You just got to look this way and then look that way. And there's two charts there. You just look back and forth at the two charts, and then just back and forth and back, and then try and do a real deep focus on them. Focus is good for the eyes. It's good for a lot of things. Anyway, there we go. There's some eye exercises for you. So last week, I guess I was kind of going on about my subscriptions that I don't seem to get. And I hope I didn't mean, I wasn't meaning to make it sound like I was mad or anything. I don't know if I sounded like that or not. But anyway, I wasn't mad. I was just kind of going on foolish like I normally do. Anyway, so this week's subscriptions. I gained 2, then I lost 2. So then I gained 1 and I lost 1. So I'm right back to where I was this time last week. Anyway, thanks very much for all the comments that I got out of that. So, and you're all right. That's meeting the people, and as I've always said, I like doing the chatting back and forth. That's the part I've always liked, and that's why I get into doing this. You just kind of have to figure, well, if you're not getting the subscriptions, that's just the way it is, I guess, and Away you go. Try and get a laugh out of it, I guess. So anyway, it's been great. Been great to meet. I don't meet people, but I meet people on YouTube and have a chat back and forth. It's great that way. I certainly enjoy that. Now, saying that I didn't meet anybody, so I did meet two people, two YouTube people buddies, and one was met Gator last year, and we got the loader from Gator. So, as was pointed out, if I wasn't on YouTube, I would never have gotten that loader, and that's just the way that's very, very true. So, thanks very much on that, Gator, and this coming Thanksgiving will be a year since I and my son were at your place picking this loader up. So there you go. Time goes pretty quick, don't it? Another fellow I met was Kenny, a firewood adventure now. So, and yeah, so Kenny came here and we had a good chat here, right here in the garage. So yeah, he was here on vacation last August, I guess it was. So there you go. Well, I'm hoping to meet more people. I was kind of hoping that Dave would get in his airplane and come east here somewhere and pick a location where some of us all could go to and meet him for supper or dinner or something, and he could fly down and fly back home. That would be kind of fun to do. Anyway, we'll do a quick little go through here on the stickers and Grampy's Workshop. Yeah, you got to go watch that one. Grampy did a little thing on with the TNN News crew, the Tractor News Network, and they came to the Dundas Plow match that I was at a few weeks ago and did a newscast on that. So, and they also included me in this newscast. So that's pretty slick how they can do that, them news people. So yeah, so I got to meet J.D. Shufflebottom with 2 S and 2 T's, and of course Rusty and Sonny, and Mike Massey. Mike is a great fella. So yeah, I should go check out that video. That was a good fun video. So then we have Murphy Mowers. He was on to a lawn mowing deck that he was fixing up for the 425 John Deere. And look at what Joseph got. Joseph got himself a Cub Cadet. Basically almost the same as what Steve at Rusty Wrench Restorations got. So I'm kind of curious to see what they're going to do with that now. It's an original, I think. Cub Cadet original, yeah. 7 horsepower engine. And has a little different hookup for a sleeve hitch on the back. It kind of almost looks like a 3-point hitch, but it's not. But anyway, it's a different thing that was specialized for the UK, apparently. So, good video to go and watch there. And we have in the backyard with Dell, Boda Bob, and GBL, and Firewood Adventure, Kenny. I don't know now if I seen something or did I not. Yeah, I did see something. He was having some troubles, I think, there one day. Things just weren't going as planned, and that always happens to all of us, that, it seems. And Dave has had that trouble too. Things just didn't go quite to plan there this past Saturday for him. So anyway, Dave was up on his airplane Saturday morning, and it was pretty cool. It was 6 degrees up there in the morning on Saturday morning, and it was also 6 degrees here Saturday morning. So anyway, he was out in his airplane for a bit. Then he was in his garage working on his log splitter stand, and well, poor Dave, he went to test it out and didn't fall over and didn't really damage it too bad, but he was able to fix it. But I mean, he's got a little bit more thinking to do there and what to do so it don't fall over. And we have maintenance with Mike. Maintenance with Mike. I don't know if I saw a video or not on that. Then we have Brock, Lewis Motors and Boats. Retired for Life is fixing something that was rotten. I didn't get to see that, but anyway. And Rick's Outdoors. I kind of missed one here yesterday, I believe, so I'm going to have to catch up on that. And Noel's Garden Tractors and Firewood. Well, you all know about that fella. He's kind of... Anyway, he's going to be back to the wood splitting this week, I think. Twin Brook Acres, Rick. Everyday Project, Craig. Craig has got a video there. I'm not sure now what it was about, but something inside of something, I think. And look at that. There's Artie. Gravely Man Small Engine. Holy cats, Artie, I've forgot again. Oh, I can't. I only seen the video on Thursday. You'd think I'd remember it. Yeah, I'm lost on it, Artie. I'm sorry. I'll try and do better next week, but I said that last week too. Then we have In My Little Busy Shop. No, In My Busy Little Shop, yeah. Robert Little, leather worker and tool restorer. The Log Father, always doing firewood. Hound Family Firewood. I can't remember now if I seen... There was a video, but I can't remember if I seen it or not. Anyway, Big Son's, he's kind of wondering whether he's done cutting the grass or not. It's kind of like around here, so dry down there that nothing is growing. So there you go. Cod Raven, he and his buddy are out this morning and boat and fishing cod, I guess it was. Got quite a catch there. And Tucker and I out and about. There's been a couple of videos out lately and I just haven't gotten to see them. Outdoors in the 608. Jeremiah, what did he do today now? He had a video out today. Oh, he was splitting some white birch and some Norway maple, I believe it was. Yeah. And we have Larry Cluck Outdoors. Ross on the Land, he was picking some pears off his pear trees there. Boy, they look some tasty. He wants to get them ripe, but if it was me, I liked them the way they came right off the tree. Yeah, he wants them ripe so they'd be softer, I think. Club Dora and K&L Firewood. Of course, Gator's World. And the trees are changing color, Gator, that's for sure. The Bradleys on... I'm not holding my camera very well, am I? The Bradleys on Catbird Hill. John will still be busy with his wood after the tornado came through probably 6 or 7 weeks ago now. But I'm sure he's getting caught up. Father and Son Outdoors. Darrell Wells Different Stuff. Tractor Talk with Gary. There we go. Gary's got a great channel going there. And Jumps is starting to move on to Gary now. I can't remember what the video was. That's not good, is it? Yeah, had a video out this week and I can't now remember what it was, Gary. Anyway, I'm sorry about that. And then we have Steve, the Rusty Wrench Restorations. And Steve is getting to the point where the little cub, the Kubota, is going to be put back together. And I'd say within a week or two, we're going to have a look and see that all painted up and running, and a diesel-powered little unit. So that's going to be nice. And then we have Adirondack Woodsman. All right, I guess that's going to be it for the Sunday afternoon fireside chat. In the afternoon, a little bit done in the morning, and hopefully you're all going to have a great week, and we'll see you all again. Have a great day wherever you're at and whatever you're doing.